me and my daughter were just laughing because it's like, you always know when I've been to Sephora that day because I literally have swatches from my elbow to my wrist. I mean, like, that's sad. Seriously sad, you guys. Like, I have a serious problem. I mean, I think I might need to be checked into the Urban Decay clinic or something because I have a serious love affair for eyeshadows. You guys just have no idea. Like, no idea. Anyways, I just want to say a big thank you, you guys. Oh my gosh, like, wow. So I had these like little goals, you know, hit 100 subscribers, then 200 or 250, I'm sorry, 250, then 500, get up 5,000 views on a video, then hit, you know, 10,000. And man, we've hit like so many of these goals in the last couple of weeks. And it's thanks to you guys. I mean, holy cow. And I'm just so humbled and overwhelmed. I just, whew, you guys have no idea how much it means to me. I love reading your comments. I love it. Look, I love spending time with my daughter and my fiance, and I love, you know, going Pokemon hunting with my stepson. Yes, I am that geeky parent that takes her child Pokemon hunting. Don't shame me. Okay, anyways, but just, yeah, you guys, like I said, the videos and stuff, it's just been crazy. I mean, that's the only word that describes it, just insane. So I want to know what you guys want to do. I kind of want to take a poll real fast before we get into this video. I want to know, what do you guys want to do for the giveaway? Because we've got the 5,000 view video giveaway, the Morphe palettes, right? So winner's choice on that, and I know a lot of you guys are really loving that, so I figured let's give you guys a choice on this. What do you want to do? We hit 250 subscribers, and now we're past 500, so that was 2 more giveaway goals that I had planned on doing giveaways for. So do you all want to do a Sephora card giveaway for those 2 videos? So that would be 2 Sephora cards, one for 250 or 250 subscribers, and then one for the 500 subscribers. Or do you want to do another palette giveaway? Again, it would be 2 palettes, one for each. Or do you just want me to draw 3 names when I do the Morphe palette giveaway on June 8th? I want to hear from you. What do you guys want to do? I'm really curious to know. So I'm going to take a poll, and basically whatever thing gets the most, you know, another palette, a different palette, 2 of them, or the Morphe palettes, draw 3 names, or the Sephora gift cards. So you guys let me know. I'm going to tally them up, and whichever one gets the most votes, that's what we're going to do. All right, guys? So thank you again. Holy cow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it's just so humbling. You guys have no idea. And please keep commenting. I love reading your guys' comments, and I try to answer a lot of them, and I just know that I read them all. Like, there is not one comment that I have not read. And some of them I'm actually still working on answering because I don't know the answers yet. So if I haven't commented yet, it may be because I don't know the answer yet, but I do read them all. So know that, okay? All right. Let's move on to today's video. So as I said at the beginning of this, I have a sick love affair for eyeshadows. So when the new Huda Beauty Obsession palettes came out, I was, of course, all about checking them out. So I have watched a few reviews on them, and I've gotten some mixed reviews. So some people are like, oh, it's not worth it, and some people are like, oh, they're totally awesome. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna see for myself. So I picked up 2 of the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. I've got the Mauve Obsessions, and then I got the Coral Obsessions. And by the way, the coral is what I am wearing right now on my eyes. And honestly, I think it kind of looks like a sunset on my eyeballs. Know what I'm saying? But I love it. I love the color scheme. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to get into telling you the pros and cons for me of both of these palettes. And you know me, got to throw in some math facts in there, right? Because we want to know, is it really worth our money or not, you know? And I even have some awesome dupes, right? Because I know not everybody can afford $27 palettes, even though these are the least expensive Huda palettes out right now, or that have ever been released. But not everybody can afford that. So what do you do if you can't afford $27, but you still want some awesome little palettes like these? I've got the answer for you guys. All right, so let's dig into this. I'm excited. All right, so a little bit about the Huda palettes, all right, the Obsessions line. So first off, they come in the Mauve Obsessions, the Coral Obsessions. They also have Warm Brown, Smoky, Electric, and Gemstone. All right, let me run through those real fast. So we've got the Coral, the Mauve, right, which are the two that I picked up. Then they also have the Smoky, the Electric, the Gemstone, and that's it. All right. So anyways, the palettes retail for $27 a piece. They have 9 shades in them. Some of them have mattes and glimmers, right? And then some of them have, like the Gemstone is just all, it's just all glimmer and glitz and just, I did see that one. I almost grabbed it, but you know what? I really like to have a mix. So I decided on these two. I just really love the color schemes on these, and I couldn't wait to dig into them. So I've literally been testing them out all day today. It's been crazy. My eyelids cannot take it anymore, but they look wonderful. Sorry, that was probably the most ugliest face I think I've ever made on YouTube, so my apologies for that. Anyways, so yeah, 9 shades. Normally Huda palettes have 18 shades in them, and normally they retail for $65. So that's the first thing I want to get into. So for 2 of these palettes, 27 times 2, right, is $54, right? And then, so that's 18 shades that I got for $54. On a regular Huda palette, you get 18 shades and it's $65. So if you divide that up, you're basically paying on the $65 palettes, you're paying about $3.61 per eyeshadow. Doing it this way, you're paying exactly $3 per eyeshadow. Now, of course, this is not including tax, so keep that in mind. This is just retail, right? Okay. Now, let me just get into these and show you guys these things because, wow, like just wow. A lot of people were saying that these palettes were not as good as the regular Huda. Now, I have to agree and disagree here, okay? So let me say this. They don't feel the same as the regular Huda. And I've heard, and I mean heard because I've tried to research and I've literally looked everywhere, and I cannot find a definitive answer for this question. So if I figure that out, I will update the description box down below. But I haven't found a definitive answer. I've heard that normally Huda is made in Italy and that these palettes are supposedly made in China. Now, with that being said, again, I don't know that. This is just what I've heard. So I'm trying to find a definitive answer on that. But the normal Huda palettes, you know, when you swatch them, they're very solid, very solid. They're soft, they're buttery, they're smooth, you know, as far as, you know, swatching them and stuff. But the actual eyeshadow inside, like when you press down to swatch it, it's more solid. These, oops, and I'm sorry, as you can see, by the way, there is a cute little mirror inside. These were a lot softer to me, and swatching them, they swatched a lot easier. One of the reasons why I ended up getting this palette, actually, when I was at the store and I swatched it, I was just like, holy cow. Like, I fell in love, literally. I mean, it was just like, I mean, like, just butter. I mean, just bam. Now I've got it literally up to my elbow. So yeah, and I mean, that's just one finger. Like, I mean, and just, they blend so well, you guys. Oh my gosh. And you know, these little shimmer shades here are really no different. I mean, they're just, ooh, Now, that is the mauve. Let me show you this one. This one's probably my favorite out of all of them. I just love the coral shades in these. And this one's called the Coral Obsessions. So there it is. As you guys can see, I have literally been digging into this thing all day. But I loved the fact that they had this like mustardy yellow and then these corals here. And then I loved these two shimmers right here. And I loved this thing. I just love the color scheme for it. And like I said, it just, you know, you can give that sunset look, and I love it. And by the way, just if you guys are wondering, what I have on my eyelids right now and under my eye is this yellow, because there's no names on this. Now that's the other thing. Normally the Huda palettes all have names for each color. These have no names. So I have this yellow, this light coral color here, this darker coral here, and then a little bit of this on my, right on my lash line, right before my eyeliner, okay? So again, it has a little mirror in it too. Super cute. And I mean, the packaging is just typical Huda packaging. You know, I mean, just bright and beautiful and I mean, just pops at you. It's got that little glitz and gleam and, you know, typical Huda stuff, right? Okay, so let's go into the pros on these palettes. The pigment is really good. I'm not gonna say fabulous, but I'm gonna say good because they are really good, okay? Now, whenever I go into talking about eyeshadows with you guys, I will let you know whether or not it is worth it to use a eyeshadow primer. And with these, now when I test out eyeshadows, I try them with eyeshadow primer, I try them with concealer, and then I try them just bare. So with these, concealer or primer, either one definitely gives you the better payoff. So definitely make sure you put some kind of primer on your eyes, whether it be a concealer or the eyeshadow primer, either one. And the one that I used today was the Urban Decay. So just a FYI, but yeah, definitely use something because the payoff is just, Now, they do have that really soft and buttery feel. I mean, it's just, and that's typical of Huda, but these seem to be a little softer to me. Maybe it's just me, but when I was swatching the other Huda palettes, they just didn't have it like these did. I mean, it was kind of crazy. They are very buildable. I mean, very buildable. Very blendable, just insanely blendable. I loved the blending on these shadows, okay? And then the colors in each palette really complement one another. I mean, in all of them. Every palette, the smoky, the mauve, the gemstone, just the colors absolutely complement one another. So, hats off to Huda for that. Now, here are some of the cons, okay? Some of the shades, and it's crazy because not all of them, but some of them have a lot of fallout. And I'll give you a perfectly good example. In this coral palette here, this yellow right here, as much as I love it, you can see right there how I kind of had to dig into it. Like this, see how it's got those little specks? This had a lot of fallout. Now, so did this one right here. You see how it's got those little specks in it? This had a lot of fallout. But now, of course, these ones did not. These are just super nice and shimmery and buttery and beautiful and love them, right? And then this coral here, just super soft and just amazing, amazing, amazing. If I have any room left on my arm to do swatches. Sorry, I just did that over another swatch. But yeah, so this one right here did not have a lot of fallout, okay? So it just really depends on which shade you're using. On the Mauve palette, and I didn't use as many shades in this one, but I did try out a few of them. Same thing, the shimmers, no really fallout. But now this one right here, this purple, as you can see there, the little specks, this one did, okay? Now this mauve red right here did not, okay? So it's kind of weird, right? Okay, so some of these had a lot of fallout and some didn't, which I thought was very interesting. So there's obviously a different ingredient type to each one of these, which, you know, as I'm reading on the back and read on the back, that definitely shows, okay? So, all right, another con. I had to build the colors up at least twice, especially with the yellow, this one pink here on this Mauve palette, this pink right here, the white. I had to build them up. With saying that though, by the second time, it was like, wow, there it is. All right, now we're getting somewhere, you know. And I definitely like that. With some eyeshadows, I mean, you have to go into it 3 and 4 times, but these weren't like that. By that second time, you were getting that payoff that you wanted, okay? The lighter shades, i.e. like the yellow in the coral palette and then the white in the mauve, wear off rather quickly. As you can see on mine, I did it earlier and I had a lot of yellow up in there, and as you can see, it's already starting to wear off, and I didn't really like that as much because, you know, obviously we want those shades to stay. That's what gives it that bam, you know, and you want it there. So that was a con. Now they do stay. Not all the shades are like that, just some of them. Again, some. And then for the shimmers, to get that payoff and that pop that you want with the shimmers, you definitely have to wet your brush, okay? So, you know, use some MAC, God, why can't I talk today? What the hell is wrong with me? Anyways, use some MAC spray if you want, or even water. I actually use tested water on them. Water does work perfectly well, just as well as the MAC. So, you know, but you do want to wet your brushes for sure. You know, if you want that pop on there, definitely wet your brushes. And if you just want a little glitter, a little gleam, a little bit, don't worry about it. But if you want it pay off, then definitely want to wet your stuff, okay? Now, into the inexpensive dupes, okay? There is another brand, Bad Habit, that has dupes of these palettes. They don't have as many dupes or as many palettes. They only have 4 out, but they have the Aftershock palette. They have the After Hours palette, and then After Party, and then After Dark, okay? And those are, you know, obviously to mimic these Huda Beauties. I have not tried the Bad Habit yet. However, after all my research and everything that I found, basically from what I gather, they are just as good as these, and they're $10 a piece. So if you can't afford the $27 Huda palette, but you do want that color range, you do want that cute little, you know, palette, then definitely check them out. I will put the link down below for you guys if you're interested in that. And you can get all 4 palettes, so you can pay $10 a piece for them, or you can get all 4 of them for $30 and save $10. So however you guys want to do it is up to you. If you're interested, again, I will link everything down below. Now, as far as is the Huda worth it? I will say this, Huda doesn't have any colors like some of these, the ones in the Coral Obsessions and even in the Mauve and some of the other ones, the Electric, they don't have those colors in any other palettes. So if you're interested in those colors, by all means, it is totally worth it. The other thing, I feel like you're saving a little bit of money, you know, getting 2 of these and getting 18 shades versus paying $65 and getting 18 shades. So, and I feel like you can kind of mix and match. You can get, you know, kind of like I did, you can get, you know, 2 different palettes of what you want, you know, instead of one whole palette where you only use half of it. Because sometimes I kind of have that issue with palettes. It's like I buy it because I like this half of it, but the other half I don't ever end up using. So I kind of like that. You can basically, you know, section your palette together, and I got that flipped up backwards. You can basically section your palette together and make a whole palette of what you want, you know, that you're gonna use. Because these are all just so usable. And like I said, they just definitely complement one another. And I don't think there's a color in those that I will not use. So I'm super excited to have them in my collection now. All right, guys, so that's the end of the video. Again, make sure you comment down below. I want to know what you guys want to do for the giveaway. We got the 250 subscribers and then the 500 subscribers. And our next goals are going to be 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views on a video. So I think it will probably be a while before I hit those. But then again, I kind of thought it was going to be a while before I hit these. So I guess you never know, really. All right. Bye, guys.